fun, swass and buff, flush ain't no do. And you don't stop, sure shot. Go out to the parking lot and you get in your car and drive real far. And you drive all night and then you see a light and it comes right down and lands on the ground. And out comes a man from Mars. And you try to run but he's got a gun and he shoots you dead and he eats your head. And then you're in the man from Mars. You go out at night eating cars. You eat Cadillacs, Lincolns too, Mercuries and Subaru. And you don't stop, you keep on eating cars. Then when there's no more cars, you go out at night and eat up bars where the people meet. Face to face, dance cheek to cheek, one to one, man to man, dance toe to toe. Don't move too slow, cause the man from Mars is through with cars. He's eating bars, yeah, wall to wall, door to door, hall to hall. He's gonna eat them all. Rapture, be pure, take a tour through the sword. Don't strain the rain, paint a train. You'll be singing in the rain. Said don't stop to punk rock. Your party on TV, cause the man from Mars won't eat up bars where the TV's on. Now he's gone back up to space where he won't have a hassle with the human race. And you hip hop and you don't stop, just blast off, sure shot. Cause the man from Mars stopped eating cars and eating bars, and now he only eats guitars. Get up!
Oh boy. Excuse me. I feel stupid. The whole time I was talking, I had the mic muted. I'm sorry. I had put the music on and I didn't want it to echo in here. So you hear me going. So pardon me. Now we got sound because I see the sound is moving on this. But I'm sorry again, folks. A little rough this afternoon. I was gonna take a nap because I felt tired because I just gotten off a 12-hour shift, and I figured I'd be go to sleep. But yep, exactly, Silent Bob. And of course, I didn't sleep, so now I'm here, and yeah, the sound should be back up again, guys. Sorry. Let me see if the comments will come up too. So let's see. We have, and this is the problem I've been having. Let me see. Why am I not getting? Gosh, this is annoying. I'm not getting any comments I could put on there, and I need to work on that. And I don't know why it's doing that, but I'll have to look at it. Anyway, so what we have here, we have Harry's here. We have Swift Slots. How you doing? Gladstone Gander. We got Chris. Got Michael Squire. Um, and so far, that's what we got at the moment. And again, as I was talking silently and I was using the force and trying to project my images into your mind about the scratch build kit. So what I was getting at is I'm going to do the 125th scratch build kit, and I'm going to do a zipper top car. So this is the model I'll be using for the zipper top, and this is within the areas that it falls in the years for zipper tops. So it's 57 Chevy, and got my kit, and I will be doing a video on this, and try and get this going. How you doing, Pistol Pete? And what Dave and Harry had talked about also about maybe doing live builds too, so you get more interaction with people asking questions. I know Dave wants to start doing more scratch build videos, and he's obtained the OBS program, which will help him do that because I have OBS downstairs. This one upstairs is Ecamm because I have a Mac up here, and I'm sure OBS would work up here too. But it's good that he's doing that because he's able to do a lot more. And I told him, maybe you should do an interior video because that's one thing that everybody asks for about, interiors. Yeah, naps are good. And Pistol Pete, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. And there's Tad. All right, cool. And I just want to really get people really interested in the scratch building 125th kit. There are so many kits out there in 125th scale. Obviously more in 132nd. You have to outsource your body or find an old, Carrera body or slotted body or whatever body you could find on eBay or resin stuff. But in the 125th category, it's really a carte blanche. And there's a lot out there. So now a lot of people don't really have, per se, I wouldn't say they make excuses, but reasons to say, well, I can't build one because I can't find a body. Well, there's plenty of bodies in 125th scale. And as you can see, I have quite a few on the track right now with 132nd, of course. And I finally came up here when I was going to take a nap, and I didn't. And I wiped the track down. It wasn't really that dusty. I needed to run this track because I haven't really done anything with this track at all. I've been really doing a lot of work on Area 51 downstairs, doing, a lot of some Revo slot videos and just, regular factory car videos. But now I want to focus more on the scratch building because the Lambard series is coming up. And I am going to the Lambard series in July. So, hell or high water, I will be there to do that. And I also put my time in at work, so it's already approved. So I'm going to be there for sure. And I want to see everybody's build that have participated. And I thank everybody that have already entered a car or build one. Good job. You guys are way ahead of me. I only have one car I built. I sent to Harry already, and it was the Lambard Pontiac. That's an H&R chassis. And that video is to show that you don't have to, build a chassis if you don't feel comfortable. Like, buy a chassis kit. Get an H&R chassis. Concentrate on the modeling and put it on the chassis itself because they have the easy Velcro and stuff, and not very hard to do. And you got yourself a car. So if you want to bypass that, so that's a good way of doing it if you're leery about soldering. How you doing there, Harry from Scale Slot Cars in Latvia? That's a gentleman named Harry as well. Not to confuse him with Harry from Home Racing World, but glad you're here with me. But the whole deal about this is that I really want to get people into scratch building, and it's fun to do this. Once you do it one time, then you start doing this. I mean, these cars are all scratch built that are on the track, except for one that I got as a gift from Harry, which was the original, which basically USAC cars. What they started doing, what started the Showdown series for 132nd, they were the Carrera cars, and then at the time they just used what they have, what we don't have now, and that's the beauty of this. Slot Car Corner has really provided a lot of material for scratch building. People that want to get into scratch building, and it was also mentioned. It was also mentioned on the Dave Kennedy's Slot Car News, which was cool that he did. Put a little plug in for that because that gets people more aware of, hey, now there's a 125th kit. You can venture into a 125th scale car, and you don't have to build one. We'd like you to build one for the Lambards and stuff like that, but you could also build one for yourself if you want to try it out, and that's the best thing about it. Um, it's the way we should do things. Just try things out. I mean, get your feet wet. If you want to build one for yourself, a one-off car that you can't build, and then if you like it, then you could build one for the series. We'd like to see you more build one for the Lambard series because, I mean, just, go to the rules page and follow the rules on what's, required. Basically, that chassis kit and the correct year car for the Lambard series is pretty much you're all set as long as you get the, of course, you're not going to send in a, 65 El Camino. That's not part of the Lambard series. You have to really read the rules and be very, how would you say, just pay attention to the rules. They're very, very well self-explanatory on what you need, what is allowed, what is not. That chassis kit basically covers everything. So you don't have to worry about, what motor you have to use, what gear, what material, what wheels, what tires. It's all in one package. All you do is purchase it, and everything that's legal for the Lambard series is here. You could use this. This is perfect for that. And then you go and find the cars that's within the rules, the year cars. Zipper Top has a different set of rules for what bodies you could use certain years, and then you have the Lambards ones, which are hard tops, certain years you could use. So just read that real carefully, and fantasy liveries are involved as long as they have the spirit of what was back then. How they made the cars back then, or how they were painted and stuff. You want to keep it in that traditional sense. Now, for example, here's a fantasy livery I did, and this, you could do something like this. This is a purple car. I just put the name of Bernie Salvage, and then 41 cubic inch. I put it on the side, and then on the hood I put the the engine numbers, which generally what they were, a number on the side and a number on the top. Well, I don't have a number on top, excuse me, on this one particular. But I had to throw a number on the top, and basically it. These wheel covers exactly aren't really what are on there. It's just, so you want to get a steely wheel style. This was just something I just threw together. I never entered this in the Lambards, but all I had to do is change these wheel inserts, and then obviously there was no Goodyear tires. If it said Firestone, would have been better. But it's not really hard to do. You could figure out something, and if you're not certain, you can email me myself, Dave or Harry, and we'll give you an answer and tell you, hey, that's cool or it's not. But yeah, Clarkson's Farm. If nobody has watched the third year of that thing's good. That's a good one. Very, very good show. I like it. Pistol Pete, it's addictive. Completely overhauled my area basement tools, etc. hoarding models. Yeah, that's what I did when I first started getting into it. I started, doing the 132nd, but then, when I spoke to Harry when I first started talking to him, he says you could build the same thing. It's just basically a 132nd chassis, but bigger for a 125th car, and that's what I started doing. And that's why I have all these cars, like I said, over here. I started building, and you can see there's more in cases, that I have around here. I just amassed a lot of scratch building cars because I just really got into it and still am into it, and it's just fun. And the whole idea is fun. And fun is my Chinese neighbor's middle name, just so you know. Just kidding. But that's what it's all about, is the fun of building the model and putting the time into it, and watching go down the track. I know, for one thing, Marty Ford from Two Lines Race Stock Cars or whatever Raceway. I can't think of Two Lines Raceway or Speedway. I can't remember what he named the part. Sorry, Marty. But when he built the car, he said it was really exciting to see your own creation even though you weren't there, you're watching it live and somebody else is driving it and competing against other cars. He says that was cool. So that's what the feeling you get about it too is you get that type of uh just feeling that wow, that's cool. My car is racing, somebody else is driving it, and it's going on the track and competing. So when you send your car, and that's the excitement part. And I want to showcase a lot of cars when I get there. Do a little video about each one of them, and how they look and the work they put into them. But it's a lot of fun, and it's just really worth doing the work and seeing it. Go down the track. How you doing, Slot Wildman? Now, Slot Wildman is really dying to build himself an Oldsmobile. So now you have a kit there, buddy. You can build yourself your own car, and you should do a video on the car when you're done going it down your track there. That'd be pretty cool. It's fun to see first time people put a car together. There's an excitement about it because it's like, oh, they never done it, so it really makes it more that interesting because see what they build and how they do it. That's the great part. So Harry's saying we have to change sometimes due to the availability and cost. That is true. The new Predators are always are going to be available for the foreseeable future, and the cost is the lowest in our hobby. Not to mention they work. That is true. So one thing about Steve is that he made sure that we had motors. So the long can motor, before the long can Predator motor, we were using the Jaws motor, and the Jaws motor is in this car. So this one was, it should be the Jaws. I'm beginning to wonder. Hold on a second. This doesn't look like it. Wait, just a second, folks. I'm trying to look for what had the Jaws motor in it. And here we go. Here's one right here. So this is an early Lambard that I made myself. This is a Dodge, and this has the Jaws motor. So that was the original motor we kind of started using for these bigger cars because they're more torque and they're able to handle a heavier car. And we had started doing a trial of the Lambard series. So it was Scott Culp, I think it was Harry, and myself. We built the two cars, and we tried the was the Predator ball bearing Jolly Rancher motor with the green M bell. We tried those out, and we found that they work okay, but they didn't have that to pull the car. And then those motors would get a little bit hot because the car is a little bit quite a bit heavier than your normal smaller plastic car. So that's why we went to that's why Steve developed the long cam Predator motor with those RPMs that we have, which now we have 20,500, and before we had 17.5. So those motors are always available, and the problem was that before he had to rely on the people that make the Jaws motor, and if they were out of stock, then he couldn't really provide the motor if we wanted to build a bigger car because we had to wait for depend on somebody else. So by Steve getting into making more motors for us, for even normal car, the regular factory cars, replacement motors for those like your Carrera or whatnot, but also for the scratch builder to have a long cam motor and an S cam motor. So it's cool. And then also we have the even smaller motors, the slimline motors for smaller cars. That's another thing that he's come out with, that helps as well. So if you want to build like a lot of European cars that are smaller, that require a smaller motor, because the interior dimensions, so forth, that's available. So that's the great part about that. That's what's great how Steve's providing it. Slot Car Hub, Slot Car Hub, how you doing? About to do a video on George Turner models. Cool. Can't wait to see that. Check that out. Swift Slots, I'll have to make something to send you at some point. Yeah, that'd be great. So you know what, Swift Slots, what I started doing last year, and I'll show you. We here at Hangar 1, I held a race. It's in the video, archive there of the channel. We did it the Midgets. So I did what's called Midget Madness, which was Dave's idea. And we built these midgets, and we had, I think, about 17 entries. And that was a lot of fun. And basically, this is a kit you could get this kit from Monogram, the old kits, and the other one's an Atlantis one. And it's these size midgets. I think, what's the scale, Harry? Hold on, let me check real quick. Sorry, I had to reach up to get a kit. So these are the Atlantis model kits. So they're basically 120 scale. That's what this one isn't that one, but it's the same thing basically. It's monogram, but monogram makes the older kits. This is what we did, Rob, was that if you want to send one, and it's around December that I do it. We do the Midget Madness. We're going to do a second race. So uh, pretty much leaving it up to, you could do a classic one or you could do a theme one. And the theme ones came from Harry because Michael Squire actually is one that started it. Michael Squire sent an Elvis. And if you look at the videos, I did a video of each of the midgets. Just kind of a rundown of each one of them. He did an Elvis theme one, and it was an Elvis driver, and he had the Thunderbird like painted. So it was really cool. And so Harry had told me, can we do theme stuff? Because if Michael Squire is doing theme stuff, I want to do one. I said, yeah, what the hell? I mean, it's just why not? And then Jeff G had sent a Mario one with a Mario character. So then he basically made a Batman one that was so cool. And when it went down the track, you could see the Cape flutter. And I have a video of it that I did specifically of that one because it was so cool. Because when you go down the track, you see the Cape flutter around. And so if you want to do a theme one, I welcome it. That's really neat to see people's creativity. So Midget Madness 2 will be a themed or a classic midget car you could build. So you could do that. That would be your best bet. So if you want to send something, you could do that, or you could send something that you created that's different. And if you do send something, let me know because I will send something back to you so you could make another something else. So I have a kit for you here. I just don't have your address that I could send you to help you out with your. I know you wanted to do a modified one, so just let me know. So let me see what else. Those midgets are expensive. UK on eBay, 50 each. Really? Wow. Well, you know what? Send me your address to the email. Let me see if I can send you a model kit. I have a kit here, and I can send you that. So let's see. We're gonna read through back up here. So, Glassman Gander wanted to ask George, it would be good to find the correct stickers instead of decals. Any ideas? So you could get them on eBay. They do have the decals now. There was another place that had it, and I can't remember. I know Frank from New York had told me about it, and I've been trying to contact him, but he hasn't answered me. And he told me where to get those decals, and I need to find out. But you can get, I think Slicks Decals makes them as well, and Gopher Racing makes those decals, and you can see them on eBay too. They'll show, classic drivers, or if you want to build a specific driver, they'll have the specific decals for them, like I did for mine. I know depending where you get the decals, just be aware to make sure you read the reviews on them because sometimes you may get a crappy set of decals. But and then the 50 Merc Harry saying isn't legal for this year's showdown if that's what your choice for a race. Okay, there you go. So remember, read the rules page. So he posted the rules page. That's really important. But there you go. Slotcar Wildman Lambard just are 59 and 64. Yep, that's correct. The zipper tops are a different year, and Harry posted it up here. So the zipper tops, as it says, where did you put that at, Harry? So there you go. So zipper top is 56 through 59. So that's the convertibles that had the little tonneau covers on it, or some of them did, some of them didn't. You got to look up Google and Google them. They're going to come up with all kinds of photos. You'll see them there. And then Lambarges are 59 to 64. So Michael was correct. So, but read the rules page. That's real important. That was just posted on there. It is not illegal. Yeah, we just see if it's not legal for the event. If that is what you are doing for your own track, go for it. There you go. If you send a car in and it's not within the rules, it'll just get packed up and sent back. If you're going to get mad about it, that's going to be your own fault because you didn't read the rules. Read the rules. Real important. It was my wife, Rita, who did it. She surprised me with Elvis. Yeah, but that's okay. That's cool because Jeff did the Mario and you did the Elvis. And then that's when Harry said, you know what? If we're going to do themes, I want to send the theme ones. Is that all right? I go, yeah, what the hell? And that'd be kind of cool. And that Batman one was really cool. They were all cool, but the Batman one was pretty cool too. I liked them all. It was really nice. So, but anyways, let's see, we got a model on. Yep, model on. I picked up several midgets for $20. Yeah, Swift slots. Rob, let me know. Send me your address. I'll send you a kit. I have a couple of extra ones. I'll just send it to you if you really want to enter a Lambard, or excuse me, a midget. I could do that for you. George, do point a good point in decal quality. Yeah, it's a hit and miss on eBay to do it. Sometimes you could get away with some decals at work, and sometimes you can't. You just have to be real careful what you're picking up and who you're buying from. But try and search some decals out. I'm sure you can if you Google it and something will come up. It'd be pretty cool to find something. But I'll see if I get some more information on it. Chris Fredder, how you doing? Glad to have you here. And Jeff G just showed up. We were just talking about you, Jeff. Address will be in your Facebook inbox. So it'll be fun thing. No problem. No problem, Rob. That's no problem. And we also have Clearwater. Excuse me. Received my kit today. All right. Clearwater's going to be building one. It'd be cool to see what he's going to build. Now, if I missed anything, let me know. Just put Q on it. I think I answered Gladstone Gander's question. And Slotmark Clucker Wildman, make sure you just go to the rules page and read all of that. If you have a question, email me through slingshotslots@gmail.com. It's on the that's my Gmail. It's always on the it's on the page as well, I believe. So, but make sure you read the rules. It's really important to read the rules. And if we need to go over them, if you're not sure, I'll put them up here and we could go over the rules right now. If you guys really want to do that, that don't understand something, let me know and I can do that. But yeah, it's just one of these things that you sit here and you just hear the midget here. And we had fun with these ones. Tires are dirty on these, so. But just we had a lot of fun with these cars, and it was we were really afraid of running them together. They would contact, but actually we only had one that contact one time. But it was a lot of fun when I had Frank here helping me out with it. And Frank, if you're out there, I have been trying to get a hold of you, but I don't know if you've been busy. But if you could text me back sometime, I'd appreciate it. I know I tried to text him last week 2 times, and then the week before 1 time, and he hasn't answered, so I don't know if he's busy or he's got something going on. But if you're out there, Frank, let me know. But anyways, it's peel and stick. Yep, peel and stick is another one. I have some peel and stick you get from eBay as well. Most peel and stick that follow a historical protocol are made by Patos. There you go. So you got Patos. I forgot about Patos. So Patos is another place you could get decals. That's right, and they have a ton of them. That's a good place to get decals. I forgot about Patos. I didn't think of that. But peel and stick, like this one, for example. This right here, this number is a peel and stick, the 17. But the rest of these are decals, like water slide decals that I put on this car. And this is, again, just a little fantasy livery. You don't have to make it overcomplicated. I mean, you could do something like this, and that'll be fine. It's just something basic. But you just gotta check it out, try and find something. There are generic peel and stick out there, but NASCAR type are mostly Patos. That's true. Like that one, for example, that's just regular numbers. But probably Patos is the best way to go. You're okay with this, though, Harry. I mean, I shouldn't be saying that if you're not. I figured this is something simple that people, But probably Patos would be best because they'll give you more of the actual, the historical look to it if you're looking for something like that to put on the car. And you just go for it. Tad, ditto on Frank. Great job. Yeah, Frank was a big help. Again, hopefully he'll get back to me soon. I've been trying to get him down here to, run on the new track downstairs, but I think he's been busy. So there you go. Innovate Hobbies, another one that's perfect. There you go, Harry. Thanks. So Harry's posting some stuff right there to get you guys, to look at some stuff. But we could do that too. Let me see. Innovate. See if I can copy that link. If it'll let me, it's not doing that. Click that link. Generic numbers are such as peel and stick. Okay, gotcha. Innovate. Pados, yeah, Pados. There you go. Innovate. Hobby supply. Try the link. Yeah. Click the link, Gladstone, right up there, not far in the chat, and check it out. So, but any questions on anything? I have a couple of Lambarges here. I mean, I'll show you the first one that I entered. Started doing this was this one right here, and this is the Ned Jarrett number 11. And these decals were really terrible that I put on here. So what these decals, this is what I mean about going on eBay. Watch out what you get. These were real difficult to put on. And this was like probably my fourth scratch built car, and I was a little frustrated, and I was talking to Harry about it. And these kind of decals are the ones that are just like all one sheet where they're not separately cut. So it's like one big clear sheet and you have to cut around it. That's why these are not the greatest. So you got to be careful what you pick from eBay. And this was a little tough to do, but I was able to do it. And it worked out, but it wasn't perfect, but hey, it was Lambard, so that's, and it's fairly simple car, runs real good. Runs pretty good. Let's give it a little whirl here. See. Maybe I could re-enter this one. Oh, there you go. I just crashed. So, but here you go. Build something like that. You got real crappy decals on eBay. Yeah, it'll happen. So you got to be, just look up the reviews and word of mouth. But click those links, Clearwater, that Harry left in the chat, and bookmark those. So Pados and the Innovate Hobby, pick those ones. The Innovate Hobby I have the Innovate Hobby ones. Those are those stick ones that I showed you earlier. But Michael, I know you were going to do something special as always. Yep, he does. Michael built some real good cars. Tad does. There's a lot of guys that are building some nice cars. Jeff G. I'm really, really excited to see some of these other guys that are building cars, to see what they're going to look like. Because, you see them on photos, but when you actually get the car and run it on the track, that's when it's a lot of fun, because you're like trying to, checking out what they did. And it's just fascinating how they, gotta get rid of that text there I left. Just how everything looks pretty cool. Yo, Joe, a real American hero. G.I. Joe. And knowing is half the battle. Those damn little public messages they used to send for kids. Mount a M60 on the hood. That'd be a good one. How you there, Didy? How you doing? DNA Slot Cars is here. How you doing? We are talking about scratch building. And I think I know somebody who's going to be getting into scratch building once he does his opening tomorrow. But so, and I know Dave's probably busy, but so again, we'll want to do more of the scratch building stuff probably on a live. If I do a video, I could do like just a video and then post it, but I think Dave is right. By doing the lives, you get more interaction, and you can see, we make mistakes and then how to correct them if we do, how to do things as we're building them. I mean, we're not, nobody's perfect, but if you could, one thing about scratch building is that the soldering iron will always remove what you put on, so it's not a big deal. But remember that. Don't be afraid to do it. So now there's a lot of other cars that I built. So this one right here was based on an old article Harry had on Home Racing World. This is based on a car called the Dingus Bar Build. And this one right here, I actually bend some brass square tubing, like a channel, like a chassis. And then this was I think a 34 Ford delivery, and then I just opened up these windows. This is all I did myself with a Dremel, and just made this car and mounted the motor and the chassis, and then made pipes for it from brass into the little blower, like little injector tubes right there. And the driver and stuff. So I mean, this car was just something I just built because I wanted to try that build. And let me get that car out of the way before I run into it. reglue that. Reglue that, but I mean, this is a fun modified. And it's a really easy chassis to build. Modifieds are really fun in 125th scale because it's a little bit bigger and they're just a lot of fun. Same with the 132nd, another fun class. You know, the Strange Brew class. And the modifieds are really easy chassis to build. They're not very difficult. You can just basically get a guide tongue, 2 pieces of wire, and I'll show you what I did with one, and then just add your, you know, your motor bracket and all that stuff. Let me show you what I mean. How you doing, James Rowland? James Rowland's here. How you doing? A couple examples here. So I have Dave's car that he gave me. So these modifieds, like I said, you know, just 2 pieces piano wire right here is what this was. The biggest I had, I think, is 60 thousandths. And then I put my guide tongue, and then I just put, you know, the Nerf bars around it, which is brass, and just bend them, and then make a rear bumper, and just basically mount the body and put a motor on it. You got a modified. That's what this is. I mean, it's not super hard to do the 132nd ones, and it'd be nice to see more guys do more 132nd modified cars, because the Strange Brew series is a fun series. And Strange Brew himself makes some real nice modifieds, and we'd like to get more of those cars out there too to join in on the fun. Besides the Showdown and Lambard, modifieds are another fun class that is always there with the Showdown series. So here's a little Monza body that Harry gave me early on when I started scratch building, and I built this one. There you go. So Brew is legendary. Yeah, no, indeed he is. He knows how to build a good modified, and he's always doing something different. He does a lot of different things too. Like he'll use paper print to look like a motor, so it's not like actually like a model motor, but it's like a picture of one. But you can't tell because it'll be on the side of the car, and it looks really cool. So he's got a lot of little cool things that he does with his cars. So, but you could use a 32 Ford kit. I think it's from AMT, and you just cut that one up because that model kit's available and make it a modified. There's nothing hard about that. You don't have to get a resin one. Just get the AMT 32 Ford. You could chop it, or you know, cut the hood off, and then you could turn it into a modified real easy. It doesn't take much. So that kit's available. It's a very common kit right now. Harry has done a video on it called the 32 for 32, and it's on the Home Racing World scratch build section, and it's a real nice looking car, or real nice looking modified. Excuse me, just really good. I use shrink tubing for making my making the arms longer on Lego guys. That's cool. Thought of doing that. Yeah, the Monza does real good. That's a real good car, and this has got the 17.5 Predator motor long can, so it does pretty good. You know, all's mail, like I said. DNA. So who's getting all 3 of the new livery Datsuns? Well, we're not really talking about those, but we're talking about scratch building. But you know the answer to that. Pretty much probably everybody. But yeah, I'm sure everybody will get one, including myself. They are fun cars. And but anyways, I don't know if there's any more questions on anything else, but again, I'm trying to get everybody interested in doing more of the scratch building stuff. The Lambard series is coming, so I'll build the zipper top and do a live video. I'll probably do one with Dave or Harry if we can do one all together, and build the chassis. That'd be a lot of fun to do that and just get people to ask questions. Everybody can see the different styles of how people build, because no one chassis is the same. Everybody has a different way of putting it together, and there's like no wrong or right way. It's just your way. So I ask static model kit builders if they know if they need them. Cool. All right. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to fiddle around up here because I know it's been a while. And yep, we could do that, Harry. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to do something like that and and do a series like that. Boy, those tires are filthy. You can tell that one's not sticking that well. And this one again. But yeah. Again, this is building your own car is really a blast because you get to see a lot of your own creations go down the track. And it's just the fun of it. I like to see different interior ideas for zipper tops. Yeah. That one I know Harry's got more experience than I do. Interior sometimes I run into. Sometimes I have a hard time with interiors, but I somehow pull it off. But I'm not happy with my interiors a lot of times. I'm kind of like disappointed in how I did it. I know Dave and Harry are good at doing interiors. I'm just not the greatest, but I know Dave wants to do a video on interiors because that was one of the things that people were asking. And it is kind of a little bit of a, tough one. But does Slot Car Corner have a credit card? Have a credit card? I don't know. Well, probably for business wise, yeah, he does, but I don't think he has one to give to people. You could use the decal on the bottom of the playing card if you want to put a Slot Car Corner decal on it. Just use the decal you get with the kit. If you make a tray out of a for sale sign for 125th, and then the 132nds use playing cards, put the sticker underneath that if you want. That'd make it a credit card kind of. Or credit cards are used also for 132nd interiors when you make a tray one. So that one right there on that car, that is a tray interior that I have. This one, little car right there you see on camera. I'm probably the happiest with this interior in particular because I think I did a pretty good job. But man, some of the other ones, they're okay, but I'm just never really happy with them because I think I could do better. But the thing is that I try not to dwell on that too much because as it's going down the track, nobody's going to really be looking inside the interior as it, races. But as long as you have a driver and a roll bar, that's good enough. Bar coasters work well. Oh, cool. There you go. I just keep it basic. Some try and use the interior from the kit. Just lots of trimming. Yeah, you could do that too. You have to trim a lot. I think the for sale sign method and the playing card method is the easiest for me. And then you just get a half tray driver and you put a screw. Tad knows this. You do not use glue because I did that with one car, and when Harry sent it to Harry, the driver popped out, and Harry goes, you should try this. So use a little slotting plus screw. It's a tiny, or any screw, just to put it into the resin body. That'll hold the driver on, so if you have an impact, it just isn't going to dislodge and pop the driver out. So, but it's one way of doing it. So, all right. So, Tad's left. So that's it. I just wanted to go over this real quick, just kind of throw that out there. And again, I'm up here just playing around. And thanks for stopping by. I'm making it short because I'm getting a little tired right now. I just wanted to just talk a little bit with everybody, and hope you enjoyed the live. And like I always say, you guys take care and have fun racing.